and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations and shalom to all you hopeful elect Akim, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity to the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom also to you Akim and Aqua for listening and learning, preparing yourselves here in these last days. And to the entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Quar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, this is just going to be an Motb update, and then entitled Biodigital Convergence, which is a term I learned, watching the Elder Yashuamba's video. I looked it up, and you can see it. This is AI mode on Google, what it means. But you had RFK Jr. talking about wearing wearables. He wants every American to wear wearables in the next 4 years. And, a lot of people think that that's, like a smartwatch, because you got these people who got the Apple Watches and it tells you when you need to get up, you haven't did enough steps and things like that. But these things are actually physical. It's implantable is what I mean to say, and all you other camps that still don't want to believe in, what we say the Motb is, you got to get with the program, man, or you're going to end up being taken, during this hour of temptation, because it's here and the stage is being set, man. It's all coming together for these people. And I'm going to show you that these is the same thing Charles Schwab, he talked about, years ago. And he put a 10-year limit on it. Now it's 4 years. So they got a specific timeline is what I'm saying. So biodigital convergence, it says, is the intersection and merging of biological and digital technologies and systems. All right. It's a rapidly evolving field. The scriptures say knowledge should be increasing you, and you can see it, and it's happening fast, man. It says rapidly evolving field with the potential to significantly impact various aspects of our lives, from healthcare and agriculture, excuse me, to the environment and even human existence itself. Look at that. Biodigital convergence, the human as critical infrastructure. Look at this, man. And look, digital banking. You people, man. You people have no idea what's coming, man. And we trying to warn you. All right. It says the increasing ability of digital technology and living things to interact and integrate with each other defines biodigital convergence. This integration occurs in several ways. Full physical integration. Digital technology can be embedded within organisms, and biodigital components can be incorporated into digital technologies. Coevolution, advancements in biological and digital domains drive progress in the other, leading to advancements otherwise impossible. Conceptual convergence, a shift in understanding and approach to both biological and digital realms, facilitating their blending. They gotta change how you think about it, man, so you can be comfortable taking it. And I'm gonna show you these things. As a matter of fact, before I do this, man, 'cause I gotta get the scriptures, man. Or the scripture, the main scripture. Revelation 13. And I'm gonna start at 14, man. Because it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, which is the revival of this Roman system, man, which, that's what we're in right now. But these miracles, man, I'm going to show you. And I don't know if it's going to bring it up, but they got some little project called Dragonfly, which I'm going to show you what these devils is doing, But it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right. So this is something that a system that they're coming into that's going to be integrated with all forms of life, man. You won't be able to buy or sell with it. You know, you won't be able to be a part of the society without it. Okay. It says, here it goes. Digital examples of biodigital convergence technologies include digitally controlled surveillance insects. All right, and that's the dragonfly I think I was telling you about. It says microorganisms engineered to produce medical compounds, 3D bioprinting of organs and tissues, AI-powered clinical support systems, brain-machine interfaces, wearable and implantable medical devices. This is what we want to focus on. And it's not just going to be for medical devices. Okay? Wearable. So when they saying wearable, think about implantable. All right. Key pillars driving the convergences are data, biometric, and genomic data play a crucial role. Well, let me see what I want. I don't know. Because that's what the point that I wanted. All right, here we go. Biodigital convergence presents challenges and ethical considerations such as privacy concerns regarding the digitization of biological data and its potential misuse, bias and inequality in the use of genetic data, and the risk of exacerbating existing inequalities. Dual use potential of biodigital innovations for harmful purposes. Potential for unintended consequences when genetically modified organisms are released into the environment. See, they don't care about all that, man. You know, and this is why the scriptures say you're going to get this boil, you know, on your skin, man. You know, it says the need for robust governance and ethical frameworks to ensure the responsible development of deployment of digital technologies. All right. It says biodigital convergence represents a transformative shift that could reshape the relationship with technology, biology, and even individuals. It necessitates consideration of potential benefits and risks, as well as a focus on fostering responsible innovation. Let me see if I got that joint. Here we go. Man, shit went away. Let me see if I can find it again. Dragon. I think this is how they did it. Maybe I spelled it wrong. I think this is it right here. Give me a second.
The Dragonfly system is a cybernetic flight system used to guide the flight of actual living dragonflies. Dragonflies are amazing flyers. They can reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour, accelerations up to 9 Gs. They're found all over the world, and some are even known to cross continents. So the dragonfly has special neurons called steering neurons, and these are the neurons that we actually want to communicate with in order to guide its flight, left, right, up, or down.
So they're genetically modifying these things so they can use them. You see where it says living dragonfly drones. So they try and turn these things into drones, man. And look what they're doing. You know? Now, I'll pull up the RFK thing. Let me see if I can rewind this thing. All right.
Diet, about their physical activity, about the way that they live their diet, about their...
So he's saying that, and they're going to present it as something good. He's saying that Americans can take back their power in the health care industry, make Americans healthy again, you know, by utilizing these wearables.
Physical activity, about the way that they live their lives. We think that wearables are a key to the MAHA agenda, making America healthy again, and we are going to... My vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
No. Find Jesus, RFK.
So that's like right on the timeline of Charles Schwab, man.
Find the Lord. Listen, buddy. If you want to wear a wearable and everybody wants to wear wearables on their own, then sure. But why would your vision be for everybody wearing a wearable? Super creepy, and not the first weird thing RFK did, but Hopefully he course corrects. Mary Bowden, MD, said, our next Surgeon General, Casey Means, has a wearables company. Now, the Means seem like a great family, and they provided a lot of good information. I've never once said anything negative about them. But if you're going to work with RFK and eventually in the government, and it is true that you do have a company, and then the guy you're working with says he literally has a vision for every single American to wear a wearable within 4 years, then this deserves to be scrutinized or questioned to some extent. Let me know what you think. I'm not.
See? So there's an agenda. Now let me get some other I think I got some videos for you. Let me see. I'll look this up. IAC plans for biodigital convergence. 2025, the year we embrace tech's great convergence. So just look this up, man. You're going to find a lot of stuff on it, man. But check this out.
Ability. If you can actually...
So this guy, whoever he is, you know, I wish we could read some of the comments, but they won't let us unless you logged in. But he says wearables are spy devices, your blood pressure / oxygen, your activity levels, your diet, your moods, and eventually even your vaccine compliance. Wearables might be called wearables might as well be called medical shackles because they turn you into a prisoner inside a medical police state.
If you can actually integrate the individual patient information, integrate it into the larger understanding of patients or individuals with symptomology similar to them that is extracted from electronic health records or from other sources of information, whether it's wearables or community health information related to various health-related social needs, social determinants of health, all those. Imagine all of that integrated. And so that when you go into a clinical care setting and you have X, Y, or Z symptomology, your clinician
they're making it seem like it's a good thing.
Understand in 5 to 10 minutes through a generative AI, through a modeling capability. You know, we actually don't think Bob has the flu. We think Bob has something else. And it is incredibly well informed. And so Bob walks out of there knowing that his best course of treatment is going to be the next 10 things and how he's going to get those things because you've actually introduced him into the clinical care pathway that is most meaningful for him. Bob is going to have a much better health outcome than he would have had he had to go to a serial number of engagements in a clinical care setting and not having the right diagnosis month over month over month, potentially year over year over year, which we know happens. And so in this particular case, Bob is going to be much healthier, much more quickly than he had delayed diagnosis.
See, which is crazy because we know that these people's agenda is not to make you healthier. So they're presenting it. And I'm talking about according to the Georgia Guidestones and the things that they plan on doing. But they're going to present it as something that's good. That's why it says he causeth all. And then they deceive them, by the means of these miracles, man. But let's keep going. This is Charles Schwab. Now, this was in 2021. And he said in the next 10 years. All right. This was posted in 2021. So I don't know why it says Charles Schwab's wearables in the next 10 years. We will implant them in our clothes. We could imagine that we implant them in our brains or in our skin and then direct communication between brain and digital world. And he's speaking in a different language, but let's see if I can read this thing.
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir. Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer.
So you see it says a pilot will see users wear wrist-worn devices. Now, they saying it's wrist-worn, and then you're going to see the other things that's going to say implantable. Same thing. Gradualism, right? It says that can generate personalized health recommendations such as increasing their step count, eating more fruit, blah, blah, blah. Users will collect points for those points, just like that social system, for these healthy behaviors, which will unlock rewards, which could include gym passes, clothes, or food vouchers, and discounts for shops. You will own nothing and be happy, right? Everything is going to come from them.
Et qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux ou dans nos...
I'm trying to get this moving.
Et à la fin, peut-être il y a une communication directe entre notre cerveau et le monde digital. Ce que nous voyons,
What
c'est
we
une
see is
sorte
a
de
kind of
fusion
fusion
du
of
monde
the physical,
physique,
digital, and biological world.
digital et biologique.
On appelle quelqu'un, on n'a même plus le réflexe de devoir prendre un appareil, ça se fait naturellement. Hein. La technique continue le corps.
Oui, vous parlez et vous dites, je veux maintenant être connecté avec n'importe qui.
Hein?
Et d'abord, vous avez les robots personnalisés, et j'ai vu.
All right.
Ah,
Whatever, dog. All right, let's go to this. So this chick, Dr. Jane Ruby TM. All right, we can't read the comments, but she says, by the way, a wearable is not a fitness watch on your wrist. It's a biodigital convergence implanted, impossible to remove. And the day is coming when it will not be voluntary. And these comments was popping. But let's look at some of these joints, right? She's showing it. All right. Just going to pull that up. Now I want to go to this one. Furthermore, it's because they always responded to RFK Jr. It says, furthermore, guidelines for hybrid sensors, self-powered devices, and implantables have to be laid out in order to win user trust and encourage pervasiveness. Look that up. The quality of spreading widely or being present throughout an area or group. It says, why do people seriously think that this wearables thing is only just going to be surface applications? Please think harder. And so I think they got like 4. She circled integration with genomics. It says with the development of technologies, regulatory frameworks should change accordingly to guarantee safety and efficiency. Furthermore, guidelines for hybrid sensors, self-powered devices, and implantables have to be laid out in order to win user trust and encourage pervasiveness. That's what she said on there. Again, she just highlighting everything that says implantable devices, you know. Such as hybrid sensors will be enabled to personalize health management strategies with advanced algorithms and data. See, same thing. They all saying the same thing, man. You know? What's this one? Sensor functionality, which makes them suitable for skin contact applications. Materials that are nano-sized, such as carbon nanotubes, graphene, and metal nanoparticles can greatly enhance the sensitivity and that word kills me. Specificity. Oh man, that's crazy. Of biosensors. I think that was it on that one. Let's see. Got one more here. This was in 2018. What they was doing.
These are devices that are...
And I'm only getting this one because you got people who are saying that these things aren't physical. Like, can you not see the plan and then how it's gradually advancing?
...on the skin and allow for a simple integration of electronics with the human body.
This is the Internet of Things, man. This is the way the world is moving. I'm not going to get that whole thing. So hopefully that's enough, man, for you to see. You know, this dude was saying the future of healthcare is of wearable tech, biosensors, and injectables. See that? I didn't even look at this one because it's too damn long.
20, and I'm bringing you a very important story in relation to the ongoing COVID-19 panic.
So this was in 2020. So you got people that's watching, man. You know, this is on Odyssey because, you know, how things be. All right. But again, man, this is what's happening, man. You know, so look up the wearables, look up biodigital convergence. You know, the agenda is taking form, man. It's taking shape. Okay, so you've been warned, man. You know, pray to the Lord to open your eyes if you don't see it. But this is coming, man. You know, and it's coming quickly, man. So, you know, pray for endurance. Pray for strength, because the hour of temptation is going to come upon us, and we have to reject it. Okay? So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. I want to say Shalom.
To the Maha agenda.